definitely turn on the inside. Something surfaced out there. I think it might have been a buffalo. Oh yeah, there was a bounty to catch a carp on a bobber with no method feeder or anything. Just put the point on the hook and throw it out there. That wouldn't have gone too well today though. It's pretty windy out here. Here we go. Yeah. Yeah. Alright, fish on. Feels like a carp. Definitely feels like a carp. Alright, if we can land this baby. Joker's got a little baby boy. Gotta figure out where I'm gonna land him at. He's running right out here right now. I wish. This one might be double digits, maybe. Going cheap. Yeah, I'm not even for sure yet that I think he's double digits, but he might be. I haven't seen him yet. Ned over here in a second. Get in these rocks. So they will do, they're smart like that. About to get a glimpse of him. He might be double digits. He's looking double digits so far. Okay, sorry. The other mic disconnected for some reason. I don't know why it disconnected. Sorry about that. I said hello to a bunch of people and you probably didn't even hear me. So, not bad. Yeah, I don't know if y'all heard me, but hello Carlo, hello Kelly, hello Wendigo, hello Audio. Well, I did now. You can stop crying now. It's gonna be alright. Yeah. I fixed it. What's up, Robinson Caruso? How's it going? Alright, hi, great. Yeah, I was trying to say hi to everybody. Okay, maybe my butt crack's not showing right now. What's up, Bobcat? How you doing? Yes, please, if you don't mind. Hey, Makar, how you doing? Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Yep, that'd be great. Thank you. Much appreciated. In North Alabama. Is that Grady? I think I heard Grady. Welcome in. We got Tennessee River in North Alabama. Anybody doesn't know, Makar is a fishing streamer in Poland, and he catches carp and perch and probably other fish as well. So if you haven't followed him, give him a follow. And he does most of his chat and stuff is not in English, but he does speak English, so he can answer you in English if you go in there and say hi. Okay. So the same Cumberland, I guess, that's like in Tennessee there. I guess that's the same, just different location. Makar, you've always done a good job, I thought, chatting. Because unfortunately, for whatever the reason, we Americans don't do a great job of learning other language in most cases. So it's very nice to be able to chat a little bit. Google Translate, but you know, Google Translate will get us like close enough, typically. He is at football practice, so he's got spring training football right now. All right, let's look here. Grady's Pub. Yep, I did hear that right. Grady. All right. Fanciest fishing seed on Twitch. That is true. Yeah, audio. It's Comica Vimo, the four channel system, and for the most part it works good. I don't know why that one mic disconnected. That was kind of odd. I know they're charged. It just the thing turned red. I wonder if I took it back out if it would reconnect. They're good mics. Now, unfortunately, that four mic system is a little pricey, but it's 4 mics, you so there's that. But since sometimes most of the time there's 2 of us, sometimes there's 3 of us, and even every once in a while 4 of us. But I also use one on my alerts, so the 2 mic system just don't work for us. So. Good deal. And I hope it's keeping the wind kind of knocked down too, because the wind is windy. Tension is split. Oh, gotcha. I understand. There's a lot of people fishing today for sure. I pulled up a whole bunch of streams throughout the day, especially when I went home for lunch break. I tabbed up a whole bunch. Of course, I know it only counts for 3 of those, but yep, that's right. First day. So far, I think PJB has caught a couple nice ones, and Zay Mugga I think has caught a couple of nice ones. And to my knowledge, that's really it. And I caught this one, much smaller than theirs, but to my knowledge, that's all. There may be some others that have caught fish that I just hadn't heard about. Saw Ryan went out. What's up, Tart? How's it going? Thank you. I was glad to get one. That guy. Thank you. Are you going fishing, Tart? I heard that you might be going fishing. Yeah, I think Ryan went. I saw his live notification. I think I'm remembering that, but I don't know if he's caught in or not. Other guy got his. That taser's up. Well, whenever you do go, I'm gonna try my best to catch it. I hope you get it. Yeah, it's hard. He's at football. Yep, he's at football, doing the football thing. So, I don't know how many of you, like, a lot of you were hanging around then, so you probably know, but a few years ago in one of these tournaments, Ryan, RA Fishing, caught a fish, and as he was catching the fish, he bent down to, get the hook out and get the fish in the net and all that kind of stuff. Well, anyway, his butt crack was showing. And where that goes next is, and I'm not blaming, I'm not naming names, but someone made a alt Twitch account called Ryan's Butt Crack and started making appearances in different fishing streams, and so Ryan's Butt Crack was chatting in streams. I don't know if you guys knew that. Yeah, That was a couple years ago, but well, I think if I remember right, the time I laughed the hardest at it was when Ryan's butt crack was chatting in Ryan's chat. That cracked me up. Yeah, he had the plumber thing going that particular time. It could happen to any of us, though. It could happen to any of us at any given time. I wear a belt, but I don't keep my belt super tight. So it could happen. I also try to keep my undershirt tucked in, but you know, sometimes it comes untucked. Sometimes I don't wear an undershirt because it's too hot. That's kind of true, Tony. Good number of us don't really have, most of us don't really have much of a booty going on there. Nothing to hold things up. Yeah, that's why I don't like my belt being too tight, for sure. And it does have some to do with the belly. All right, McCar. Thanks for dropping by, man. Good luck. I hope you get that fish. We probably should change out bait on that left rod. Did we decide if the left rod looks okay on the screen? I didn't come and look. I know it's a little more straight up than it was. You know that. Okay, cool. Nope, I just moved it around anyway. Put some rocks. Oh, it's hot. Okay, so this one right now is fouled up. Now, it could have fouled up when I was reeling it in, or it could have already been fouled up. I don't know which. So. Looks like it was just the corn wrapped around, but no, hold on. On this side, just the corn on the other side. So it was fouled up, and a tiny little clamshell got in my method feeder too, just a little. Gotten so overcast, I probably don't really need shades anymore. Dang, speaking of big birds, here comes one flying right across the top of the water. I think that's a heron. We also have sand dual cranes down there. Do that. action again. Maybe the berry blast is the thing, you know? When it's fresh, it has a little bit of a smell, and I actually have some gel in my tackle box that I can put on there. I forget what the gel's called. Joker probably. But there's some gel I can put on there that kind of freshens that smell back up. But I rarely do that because out here the fish take my corn so often. Well, yeah, I mean corn gel, but there's a brand that I'm forgetting. Use it in his hair and his deer feed. What's it called? It's in here. Let's see. Procure, that's it. Yeah. Procure, super good. Corn smell. They also have other flavors. Oops. No Formula 44. Good evening, Blue Devil. You're a berry. Hello. Yeah, it'll freshen the smell back up, but usually when I'm fishing out here, the corn gets knocked off so often, I don't even worry about using the stuff. Because when the corn's fresh out of the bag, like the one I buy, it has a corn smell and it floats. So it floats the hook up off the bottom. Well, welcome in from Russia. Welcome to North Alabama. All right. Fresh bait on that one at 4:30. This one was about 15 minutes ago, maybe, when we caught the fish. So we'll go from there. Yeah, we've gotten one so far. Caught one. One carp. Okay. Hey, thank you. Appreciate that. Hopefully we'll get a couple more, I hope. Something big to splash right up there. I heard, oh, that's a carp. Just right out there, just dolphined out there. He used to go that way just, I don't know, 30 feet maybe. And also swim down to the bottom. Bounced. Yeah. We do need the fishies to come on. Because I will say this about this spot, typically, most of the time, as it gets later, like closer to dark, the bite slows down. Whereas a lot of places I fish, that one got hit hard. A lot of places I fish, the bite gets better as it gets close to dark, but not this spot. It seems to slow down the closer we get to dark. Couple. 3 hours, yeah, 3 hours.
It's okay, fish. It's okay.
You guys seen that TikTok where this mom's trying to figure out what her little boy is saying?
Hornet Fixer is now following.
Hey, thank you for that follow. Appreciate that, Hornet. But yeah, the TikTok is this mom trying to figure out what the little boy's saying, and it's like a month. She spends a month. He's saying something like Bernardo or something like that. Bernardo. And it turns out that he was asking for a burrito, and then she finally figures it out when she gives him a burrito, and he eats a bite of the burrito, and she's like, "Oh, so that's what you've been saying, a burrito?" And he goes, "Yeah, it's a good taco." It's pretty funny. You just said taco. She might have figured it out. Yeah, for that month, he was trying to say burrito. Yeah, it's a good taco. We worked on one for a while with JB when we were there. He was trying to say Lady and the Tramp, but he got, first of all, he spoke, kid language, first of all, but secondly, he got the second part mixed up. Like instead of the Tramp, he was trying to say the Grinch. I don't know why he thought it was Lady and the Grinch, but anyway, he was trying to say Lady and the Grinch, but it just came out as Sadie and the Bitch. And we were like, what? And he would say it again, Sadie and the Bitch. I want to see Sadie and the Bitch. And my older one, he had two things that I recall. I'm sure he had more. But one was he would try to say movies, and he would say boobies. So I would say, you want to watch movies? And he'd go, yeah, I want to watch movies. And I'd crack me up. I'd make sure to say it like in restaurants and stuff. And then they'd be like, hey, you want to see movies? And he'd be like, yeah, I want to see movies. I bet you did have fun with that one. But the other one was britches, which I know that's kind of a southern word, but britches was one. And so when he would try to say britches, he would say bitches. This one got hit hard. I don't know if you guys saw it, but it actually pulled a little line. And it appears he's still there. This could be a buffalo. Let's see what happens. Pulled out, and then the line went slack. It went out again, but now it's slack again. So I don't know I'm assuming he's still there, but I really don't know. Let's see if it pulls back out here. Seems to just be staying slack for the time being. Back for now. I remember somebody, I don't remember which one, somebody used to say Paspetti instead of spaghetti. Paspetti. Sugar market. I think that's a better name, just to be honest. The berry. Just. I do remember JB used to call those what are those little Sour Patch Kids? We call them Sugar Friends. Spaghetti. What was pajamas? What was that one? Japamas or something, I can't remember. Can't even remember which kid that was either. It was not pajamas. It wasn't your mama's, but that sounds funny. Cat, at least something. It definitely sucks to go out and get that. I know the cat's not what he's looking for, but helps pass the time when you're catching something. What's up, Chad? How's it going? So I mentioned earlier that my oldest got word that he's a National Merit Scholar semifinalist, and so we took him out to eat last night. And we went to a restaurant that, I mean, honestly, I knew it was going to be expensive.